Welcome to another episode of our educational podcast. Today, we're diving into an important aspect of English grammar, the past perfect tense. Understanding this tense is essential, not just for tests, but also for effective communication. The past perfect tense allows us to describe actions or events that have been completed before another point in time in the past, creating a clear timeline of events. It's a valuable skill that enhances both writing and speaking. Let's start with the structure of the past perfect tense. It consists of the auxiliary verb had followed by the past participle of the main verb. This structure might sound simple, but it carries a lot of meaning. For example, in the sentence "I had eaten breakfast before I left for school," the use of had eaten indicates that the action of eating breakfast was completed before the action of leaving for school. By using the past perfect tense, we clarify the order of events, which is particularly useful in storytelling. Imagine you're narrating a story. Using the past perfect tense helps your listeners understand what happened first, providing a clear context. Now, let's discuss when to use the past perfect tense. It's particularly useful when you want to talk about an action that was completed before another action in the past. For example, she had studied French before she moved to Paris. In this sentence, you see that the studying occurred before the moving, allowing listeners to follow the sequence without confusion. The past perfect tense is also handy when you want to express cause and effect relationships. For instance, saying, "They were tired because they had been working all day" clearly shows that their tiredness stemmed from the previous action of working. This level of detail can make your communication much clearer. Next, let's take a look at some key context indicators that often accompany the past perfect tense. Words or phrases like before, by the time, already, and yet are common triggers for using this tense. These time markers help signal the order of actions to your audience. For instance, in the sentence "By the time we arrived, the train had left," the phrase "had left" indicates that the departure of the train occurred prior to our arrival. This helps to avoid ambiguity in communication. Many learners struggle with differentiating the past perfect from other tenses, particularly the past simple and present perfect. Remember that while the past simple focuses solely on completed actions in the past, the past perfect emphasizes the completion of those actions in relation to another past event. For example, "I finished my homework" doesn't clarify when the action took place in relation to other events, whereas "I had finished my homework before dinner" gives a clearer picture. Another area of confusion is the use of negative sentences in the past perfect tense. To form a negative past perfect statement, simply add not after had. For example, "I had not seen that movie before." This structure is also vital while speaking or writing as it allows you to clarify what did not occur prior to a certain point in the past. So, let's practice a bit more with some examples. If I say, "He had completed his project before the deadline," it indicates that the action of completing the project was done in advance, prior to the deadline. Each aspect of using the past perfect reinforces not only the grammar rules but also the ability to effectively communicate when events happened. It's crucial in both casual conversation and professional writing to ensure your statements are both clear and precise. Understanding this tense not only improves your grammar skills but also enhances your storytelling abilities. As you practice using the past perfect tense, try to focus on the relations between actions. Consider how using this tense can improve the clarity of your narratives. For instance, when telling a story about your day, use the past perfect to describe events leading up to that point, such as "I had woken up early before I started my day." This builds a clearer timeline for your listeners. Also, be mindful that while mastering the past perfect is important, it is just one tool in your grammatical toolbox. You'll often find that combining the past perfect with other tenses enables richer communication. As you continue to develop your skills in English, practice makes perfect. The more you use the past perfect tense, the more natural it will become. To sum up, the past perfect tense is a crucial element of English grammar that helps us to structure narratives and indicate the sequence of past events. Remember that it is formed by using had plus the past participle of the verb. Utilizing time markers can enhance your clarity when telling stories or describing past events. As you practice, pay attention to how these elements interact, as mastering the past perfect will significantly improve your communication skills in both writing and speaking. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the past perfect tense. We hope this lesson helps you feel more confident in your use of English. Keep practicing, and don't forget to pay attention to how you can incorporate this tense into your daily conversations. Until next time, happy learning!